Hey.
Hey.
You got the ticket? Otherwise you can't enter.
I got a ticket.
Oh man, and you even got the 100 episodes?
I got all of them. I covered
Yeah.
the whole spectrum.
Then you can come to the party. Pizza on the grill.
Happy birthday, Seahorse!
Since July 4th is the United States of America's 244th birthday, we're going to play Pin the Tail on the Seahorse for his birthday. We have a tail with an All-American flag on it, and we have a seahorse with an All-American Uncle Sam hat. Thank you, Darren. And whoever's the closest wins a bar of soap.
Round 1, 2.
Your last is
Aw,
You're close.
that's close.
Happy birthday, Pin the Tail on Seahorse. Not quite as close as Jake's.
Pin the tail on the seahorse.
Ah! Congratulations on getting the closest to the seahorse. And you win a bar of Nezumi Soaps made with neroli shea blossom springer's oil.
Cool.
Happy birthday, USA.
There are no real doubloons, Mr. Krabs. It's a game. The Flying Dutchman's Treasure Hunt.
Hey, what's that under there?
What?
Hey, what's that under there?
I don't know what you're asking me.
I said, hey, what's that under there?
Underwear.
That noose kind of has SpongeBob's face. When SpongeBob's,
When he's sitting at the table drinking his coffee.
yes, that face.
He does have that face. I can't unsee it.
How do you think they came up with the enemies in this game?
Drugs.
You don't think they're just looking around the office and they're like, hey,
Hey.
there's a noose. Let's put that one. Have you heard Aaron's description of our Let's Plays when it's just you and me?
No.
He's made fun of us so many times. You can't even watch our Let's Plays. I don't know why.
What?
But you know last night when we were watching the Opposite Day episode?
Uh-huh.
And SpongeBob and Patrick were speaking backwards and laughing backwards. And Aaron's like, it sounds like Jake and Shauna's Let's Plays.
Oh, yeah. I don't even get that.
What is that game?
A game I play too much.
Is there such a thing as a game you play too much? In your
There's
opinion?
several that I play too much.
Name a second one.
Call of Duty
Oh yeah, that's probably true.
and Borderlands.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah, you probably should play it. Not so much. What's going on out here? Hello, the chef.
Hey, you're dazed
Chef?
and confused,
Are you
Chef.
dazed and confused?
I'm so dazed and confused, no longer know it's true.
What are you making? What? So what's been your favorite game?
Borderlands 3 because new DLC came out.
That's the one with
It's like
cowboy theme. Yeah, I was gonna say. I saw
Cowboy
it.
theme.
I saw it
Cowboy
advertised
themed
on.
and there's dinosaurs. Like instead of horses, people ride dinosaurs. Like that's basically what it is. I've been playing a lot of Melee online.
Because of their rollback.
It's almost incredible how seamless it is between like playing on a real system and playing rollback online.
So what's been your favorite game?
This month,
Yeah, the past month.
Stalker.
Past 4 days, what's been your favorite game?
Warzone.
Warzone.
What's crossplay?
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Crossplay means a larger audience, which means more people are less time waiting around.
It's because companies don't want to work together, and Sony is
It's
a big
so-
butt face hole, and they don't want.
Oh, I'm sure they are
They don't want their systems to be.
interactable with
Is Sony
other
crossplay with anything?
Mm-mm. Just for that game, it'll cross-play with PS4
in Fortnite, right?
and Fortnite and Minecraft and Apex, I think.
So the big ones.
And Warzone's free to play, but it takes up so much space.
I know,
Like,
80 gigabytes.
It's way more than that.
What?
It's like 180.
What?
Whoa.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you have to pay to play the campaign, right?
Right, yeah. And multiplayer.
Why would they make you? Like between 2015 and 2020, games went from being like between 10 and 12 gigabytes to all of a sudden being between like 60 and 100, and it's just insane.
Part of it is because a lot of developers don't know how to optimize their
I
assets.
Is anybody gonna ask me what my favorite game is?
What is your favorite game of the last 30 days?
Last 30 days.
Last 30 days, Kingdom Come Deliverance, which I beat, which has a very awful ending.
Oh.
Not that the ending's sad, it's just the
And-
game stops.
Oh.
It's totally obvious that they ran out of money.
But your whole goal in the game, get your sword back, kill the man who killed your parents, kill the guys who destroyed Skalitz. And the game ends with none of that done.
What?
The whole game,
That's your main quest for the whole game, and none of it got
you
finished.
didn't do anything that you planned to do.
Is there a planned sequel?
The only people that talk about sequels is the people who played the game and they're like really hoping for a sequel.
Oh.
They're like, I'm sure there's gonna be a sequel.
There has to be a sequel.
There has to be. Oh, did you see that ending? The combat is the worst part of the game.
Which is why I couldn't play it, because I love combat. It's unlike anything I've ever seen in any video game before.
The swordplay and
It's
hand
horrible. You have to basically shotgun them in the face with a bow and arrow in order to hit them. Well, how did
They made this arrow though go. And so,
Oh, it has like a
so
stupid
you
art.
So you have to be like, okay, well it went.
So you have to shoot a practice arrow to get a reference
I see.
Yeah.
of where your next arrow is going to go.
But you do get practice with the combat. It's just really bad. It's really slow.
He takes.
He's
the
like-
blue-
Ah,
Oh,
and he gets tired.
Because I've started Bloodborne recently.
How is it?
It infuriates me.
It's that
Why?
really? It's
But
fun.
it's fun,
Yeah,
but it makes me so mad.
I bet. Souls games are very hard.
So, Terraria, I dug all the way to the bottom of the map. I wanted the bottom of the map to be the bottom of my tower tunnel, but there was too much lava. I
Mhm.
want you to come visit my tunnel. Because I spent 10 hours. So, if you ever want to play Terraria again, I want you to come see my house.
Okay.
I want you to come see my basement.
Okay.
But first I'll show you the attic, because it's not as far
I'm
away.
so glad it's you saying that sentence to nobody else.
So you can see my basement.
So Terraria is fun. I need to, now that I've dug to the bottom of the earth and the top of the world, I need to learn how to play the game. And there's a big graboid down there.
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
There's
Graboid?
several.
He scared me.
Crapoid?
Graboid.
Graboid.
What's a graboid?
You know,
Just like a
graboid.
big snake.
Oh,
Some tremors. Am I even playing anything else?
Animal Crossing. Although you kind of took a break from Animal Crossing.
I have taken a break from Animal Crossing.
Because it's kind of wearing thin on you.
Because
There's a
they're...
new update recently.
I know, I need to just do that. Because the new update is that you can go swimming. Which you could do in New Leaf. Problem that I have, I like the new Animal Crossing, I really do, but the problem that I have is they're doing it so slow. I'm sure if you bought the game now, it'd actually be more fun than if you started it when it first came out. My favorite thing about the Pokemon Shield is the Pokemon. Everything else bugs me.
Yeah, I don't really have fun playing the game.
I'm at least halfway, which is why I might as well just try to beat it.
See,
Why
I'm
did-
not. I beat the 3rd gym and I was like,
What do you
it's
not like about
fun.
it?
It's just not fun. It's not Pokemon to me. It doesn't feel like Pokemon.
It's too easy?
It's way too
Oh,
easy.
it's easy.
It's brainless.
Why is Nintendo doing this? Why is Nintendo not getting their
It's not
development
Nintendo, it's Game Freak. Game Freak is a bunch of lazy developers that refuse to hire more people.
They're a bunch of freaks.
I
I
just-
think the dialogue is a bunch of garbage.
I love the dialogue. That's one of my favorite parts of the game because it's like British slang.
It
It's
only
really
does
funny.
that for the first hour of the game. And the rest
Which is
of it,
probably why I don't like it anymore.
it's a bunch of trash the rest of the time. It's just fluff, boring.
Remember back in the day when they were limited on the size they could make of games, so they actually were very limited on how much dialogue they put in games?
Remember when games were actually good?
Pokemon is a world phenomenon. Everyone and their grandmother knows who Pikachu is, just like Mario. It is so big that you would think that the company behind it would put every single ounce of effort and brain power into making the next installment good, because they have a trademark that people love. And yet it seems to be just the opposite. It seems to be, we're so big we can't fail, so we're not going to put extra effort, and instead we're just going to throw in the basic components of what makes this game a Pokemon game and not give it anything special. If you had to choose between getting a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, which one would you go for?
PS5.
PS5.
Why PS5?
Because it looks cooler.
I actually really dislike the appearance of the PS5.
Why? Because it looks like a motor.
No, it looks like Maleficent's shoulders.
Isn't that better than a square box?
Not for me. I prefer square because I like things to fit.
Tetris style.
It will not fit on a shelf. That is one thing.
The PS5?
Yeah.
The PS5 has to have like its own area.
Mm-hmm.
I really like squares and rectangles and corners. I
Actually,
can't believe they're making a version without a CD drive.
Some people like digital only, and it's cheaper.
What's even the point?
Some people like the convenience.
well, everyone's going digital. You know, they're getting all their movies off of Amazon Prime. They're watching Netflix instead of TV. They're downloading all their games instead of buying hard copies. What's going to happen, though, when the FCC and a GPI start limiting bandwidth on people to the point that they can no longer, like, even download games, or it takes days to download games because the GPI is such a butthole?
We don't speak of that name in this house.
Crash Bandicoot's Naughty Dog.
No, it's not. They announced Crash Bandicoot, a new one.
Platformer?
Yeah.
Really?
Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
Is it spelled Thyme? I think it'd be cool if they made another actual real handheld, not something that can be handheld, but an actual real handheld that had Street Pass again.
I've actually been happier this year, and I think it's because I haven't been interacting with the FGC lately.
Well,
Because I get so depressed.
you stress yourself out over it because you're like, I practice. And then I go to Monday nights and I get beaten.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I went to Wednesday Night Smash.
The internet absolutely hates the Evil Within games, and there were several posts, forums, and articles that PT would get thrown around about how it was like the perfect survival horror game and how Evil Within sucked so much.
It's not even survival horror. That's the thing.
And so
You're right. You know what it is?
A
A walking sim. It's more of a walking sim than anything I've ever seen. You don't even you don't even have a. Why do you don't like walking sims?
I don't.
You're always bashing him, but you keep sticking up for PT.
Because PT is cool.
Why?
As a concept, it's like a psychological horror. You're going around in the same room, but slight things change. And it's fun to look at the stuff that slightly changes. And then when you get later into it, bigger stuff starts changing. And then by the end, you're just going psychotic. And it's really cool.
Do you want to hear Aaron and I's real first experience playing that game?
I know. I can guess
Nope.
what your first experience was because
Nope,
there's no
you can't.
guidance.
You can't,
at
because
all.
we didn't even talk about it. Our very first experience with this game, we never saw Lisa.
Well, that makes sense because you have to do a bunch of stuff to get to that point.
We never saw her when we beat it. But I don't know why you protect PT at all.
Because it's the kind of thing where you're not even supposed to beat it. It's not.
the puzzles were dumb though. I
They are
hated the
dumb.
puzzles.
They're dumb because there's no it's like a puzzle that you don't have all the pieces to.
I hated the puzzles in that game. I don't understand why people liked it so much. It's like
Because you're not supposed to figure that stuff out.
Well, we were bored out of our minds.
we never
You
saw
are
Lisa.
supposed to figure that stuff out. You're supposed to have fun.
The fun part is dying at the end.
How are you supposed to get to the end if you can't figure stuff out?
The end is you dying.
If
You're not
P-
supposed to get to the actual end because it's convoluted and dumb.
If PT...
The only reason that there is stuff leading up to an ending is because the trailer for the Silent Hills game was supposed to be a secret. But people ended up figuring it out because some people are so dedicated to stuff like that and scavenger hunts in games. Plus, Guillermo del Toro was supposed to be part of it, and he's like the mastermind genius of storytelling in movies.
What
Have
movie
you
is
ever
that?
seen one of his movies?
That's just what I've heard.
You read that? Yeah, you read that by somebody. Because we
We've
have
wa-
seen some of his movies.
There's an entire article from Polygon on the internet about how PT is amazing because it relies solely on horror suspense and doesn't have any jump scares.
Well, when we were playing it for our very first experience, which is the reason why we were upset at the game, is there was the radio playing, and we weren't really paying attention to it because we were trying to figure out how to get out of here. All we know is gouging exists, so we're thinking, well, we must be gouging a bad guy eventually, but where are they? And so we're running way down on the other side of the hall looking for stuff, not finding anything. Accidentally found a picture piece in the plant. It was an accident. We didn't even see where it was.
I don't know half of the dumb convoluted stuff because that's not the point of the game.
You would never leave the first hallway if you didn't continue.
All you have to do to leave the first hallway is just get to the end.
Then what?
Yeah,
and then you circle back and something changes and you look for it.
But it'll eventually stop changing.
Yeah, and then you die.
No,
that's it.
That's not it.
It is it.
No,
that's how it's meant to be played.
We did not die in that game. We were in the same hallway for 20 minutes, going through the door, coming out the door, going through the door, coming out the door, going through. Nothing was changing. We're like, what are we supposed to do? That's when we finally looked up the walkthrough. You're supposed to find all the picture pieces. Then the game will end.
Yeah. But if you take too long, you die anyway.
Well, we didn't. We played it longer than we wanted to. Because when we first started playing, we were like, this is cool. It looks good. It's creepy. Whoa, it's the same room again. Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
And then there was the swinging bloody refrigerator. And we're like, creepy. We come back around. We're like, it's still there. It's not scary anymore. It's really annoying because it's like a crying thing
it was like a crying child.
And we're like, okay, this crying is actually getting really annoying.
See, that would drive me insane, and I would quit playing because it's too scary.
Well,
that's what it's supposed to do to people.
It loses its scariness over time.
It wouldn't to me.
We got bored. And that's when we looked at the walkthrough. And that's how we beat the little trailer.
And then the walkthrough, they're like, keep walking 10 steps forward and you'll see Lisa. Don't move. So we walked 10 steps forward, didn't see Lisa, and we're like, did we do something wrong? But then we heard the baby crying. And we're like, okay, so now what? And then it said, after the baby cries, wait to stand still for like 5 or 10 more seconds and you'll hear the baby laugh.
Yeah.
And then the baby laughs. And then after you hear the baby laugh, the phone will ring behind you. And so we waited.
And that's how you beat it, is by answering the phone.
I think the game is super creepy and it's a cool one-off game like Slender.
I agree that it's creepy if it did better at its execution.
I think it executed amazingly at what it wanted to do, which is psychological horror.
More like psychological frustration.
It's a psychological horror if it would
keep the pace.
If it would keep the pace, because we got bored. We were no longer scared.
That's
why we didn't like it.
Because we got stuck.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, there's no scare anymore.
Well, the way it's supposed to work is over a certain amount of time, Lisa's supposed to kill you.
She never did.
Well, that's not how it's supposed to work.
Then why did it happen that way?
I don't know. You're playing your Unreal garbage. I don't even consider them puzzles. You're just walking through a house and some stuff happens.
But it's a puzzle because you can't just...
Things are triggering stuff to happen, though.
You have to do stuff to trigger the door to open.
Yeah, I guess, but like...
that door won't open unless you figure out what they want you to do in that room.
In my mind, the only puzzle thing was finding all the painting pieces.
Which is so weird that we made it through the game without seeing her. And we didn't know that we were supposed to see her because we didn't know she existed because we knew nothing about the game.
So that was the best horror game ever made.
And so we wanted to see it.
It's silly to call it a game. It's not a game.
Well, it is a game. It's just tiny.
It's a demo. It's not a game.
But it's still a game. You're still playing it.
Yeah, but like...
You're not watching it.
It's the same as if you like downloaded the free version of Super Mario Run and played like the first level and it's like, oh, I played that. It's not really a game though, because I didn't play the whole thing.
But there is no whole thing of PT.
Well, in that case, yeah.
So it's actually...
But it was intended to have a full thing connected to it.
It is a game though, because you do have to play it to beat it.
Well, if you want to play PT, I will boot it up and you can...
I really want to, and I want you guys to watch.
Alright, Jake's playing PT to get his own opinion and not Game Grumps' opinion.
I've never seen it in 60 FPS before. Interesting.
This is the game over here.
Is what I have to do like super obvious? I'm just missing it. But I'm
So you scared still?
Yes.
Alright, we'll just let you be scared for as long as it takes.
Because the chandelier.
The
narrow hallway.
chandelier's gonna eventually be really annoying.
It doesn't take a lot to scare me, Sean.
It doesn't take a lot to scare me either. But that squeaky noise is eventually gonna get really annoying, and you're like, oh, this is stupid. I'm so annoyed. Still scared, Jake?
Yes.
Why are you scared? Because nothing's happening at all?
Just the atmosphere.
But you're still
Spooks me.
It's still scary even though you've been wandering around for 15 minutes?
It's unnerving. I don't know if it's scary per se.
Alright, Jake wants a hint because he's bored.
You need to be looking at the floor while you're zoomed in.
Oh. Like that. No.
It'll be on the floor. You have to zoom in.
That's your hint, is something's on the floor.
That's a jump scare.
That was a jump
It's
scare.
not a jump scare.
Yes, it was. Loud noises are jump scares.
Only if there's a visual attached.
No, that's not true at all.
And now I'm done.
Why? You too scared?
Yes. The sound.
The ugly baby in the sink, is that what's scaring you?
No, the sound.
What sound?
The ambiance.
Oh, it wears off if nothing's happening.
It doesn't wear off because I'm done.
If we give you no more hints. Run at her! See? It's not scary.
Now what? I hate this. Look behind you. I'm done. I don't like
No,
it.
just don't look
No,
behind.
I don't like it. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, just don't look behind you and
I don't
nothing
wanna.
nothing will happen.
I don't like it.
Because that's what happened with us and me and Aaron is we just never looked behind us because
I
we
don't-
were ignoring the radio.
Yeah, but like, if I look behind me right now, it's gonna be there. And
No, just don't look behind you. Just turn around and go the other way. Or just go left and go down the
just
hall.
go left, okay.
Yeah, just go down the hall. She's... Whoa! Whoa! I really wasn't expecting her. How did we make it through this whole game of never seeing her?
I don't know.
Because I really didn't think she was going to be there, because I figured she'd have to be in the radio room. What were we doing during that time?
I think we just kept walking.
I think we just kept walking and like looking at the wall.
Trying to figure out
what to do. And that's how we never saw her.
What did I say?
I don't know. What did you say?
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
No, I don't think this section would have been in the final game. And if it did, it would have been way shorter and way easier to get through. There's no way it would have been that convoluted or long.
Well, then why do you keep calling it a demo?
Well,
Demos are supposed to give you an idea of what the game's going to be like.
playable trailer, which is what it is.
Yes.
I guess you could say that's different than a demo because the game isn't, like, the full game isn't even gonna happen. And a demo for a game is supposed to be like a trial for a complete product. And this game, even when it wasn't canceled, it was still a few years off. So, I don't even think it would have been part of the final game. And if it was, it wouldn't have been.
They would have done it right.
Probably, yeah.
So why does this game get so much praise?
Because of what it... Like...
Because it scared you once?
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be the kind of thing you play once or twice just to see, like, how far you can get. The people who beat it...
Wait a minute. To see how far you can get, I thought that's not the point.
The point is to see how far you can get. The point isn't to beat it. Because beating it requires research.
I know, seriously. It sucks.
That is the exact experience that people are supposed to have.
Being terrified?
Yes!
You didn't even get to the part where everything goes black and red, though.
Yeah, that part's even worse.
Nothing happens in that part.
There's a bunch of noise.
It's just swinging fridge
It
with
freaks me out.
swinging fridge with gross blood pouring out. Nothing happens with it. It's just there.
There's a swinging fridge and there's a bunch of noise and there's a person following you. And I knew I was gonna regret that because.
Well, we need to go do something more wholesome since Jake doesn't want to play his favorite game.
Whatever.
This is the best demo ever made. Or something.
Jake says that
I feel a little bit betrayed because you said go left and nothing would happen.
Well, I honestly didn't think something was going to happen. I'm serious. I got scared. Because I seriously figured you had to be by the radio for her to jump at you.
Yeah.
So you can't say I betrayed you because I honestly didn't think she was going to be there because you, Aaron, and I did not ever see her. And so I figured she was triggered by the radio.
No, if you take too long on that part, she just gets you.
I wish we had recorded our first playthrough because I don't know why we never saw her.
Wow, look how much I want for Ikaruga. That's not.
$75 for Ikaruga, huh? How does that make you feel? Hey, one more time.
Some of them are
One more time.
I think it's already recording.
Yep. Yep.
So I just
Nope. Don't. Good job. I just wanted to get video of the whole family there.